Hey, this is DougDoug, where we solve problems that no one has. The traffic here in Los Angeles is really bad. Some of the time I call an Uber to get home, but the traffic is so bad that I can't even make it back. So today, we find out, can you survive an Uber trip during really bad Los Angeles traffic? To answer this question, I'm using a mod in GTA 5 that simulates realistic Los Angeles rush hour traffic. Next, I used a chauffeur mod. This is going to spawn an Uber driver in our car who will drive us to a specific destination. The only thing that I can do is speed boost the car forward a bit, but everything else is up to him. Now, for this challenge, my Uber driver has to get us from Chumash up here down the freeway to the end of the Ferris wheel docks and then land safely in the ocean at the end without getting killed by traffic. So, I hired an Uber driver named Frank, we got into his smart car, and we gave it a shot. Alright, it's time for this smart car to get all the way to the end of this motherfucking Ferris wheel. Let's do this shit. I'm gonna boost right now. Anytime he's facing at the freeway, I'm boosting. I just don't want us to get slammed swiftly in the rear. Okay, I'm gonna boost. Anytime he's facing at the road. Ooh, that's a lot of traffic. Wow, there's a lot of birds on the road today. Things are actually going pretty well. Not to jinx it, but this is looking pretty good. No, Frank! Unfortunately, Frank's smart car couldn't really handle traffic that's this bad. I think this is probably fine. Oh, that could have gone better. So we had to test some new vehicle options. First, we thought that a Rumpo news van might work better. People love the news. Oh, Frank, you got this. Frank, you good? People hate the news. This is fine. But maybe all we needed was a combination of small size and durability. We needed a golf cart. Frank, get us to the goddamn Ferris wheel. Good luck, buddy. So all I can do at this point is... Even golf cart wasn't working. Now we were starting to get desperate, so I decided to take inspiration from one of the greatest Uber drivers in video game history. Master Chief, from that Warthog level in Halo 3. Now that is a Halo Warthog. Frank's out for blood. He's ready. Good luck, Frank. We all believe in you. Frank, this is all you, bud. Okay, a lot of birds. A lot of birds on the road, but that's fine. I'm just boosting him gently. Okay, narrowly down. Oh! Frank's. Oh, the cops. Okay, just keep good. Oh! Oh! Now, the Warthog was already a big improvement over the golf cart, but there were a few important safety tips that Frank had to learn on the job. First up, be sure to use your turn signal before you cross the road so that people can see you coming. Oh! Second, be sure to stay on the freeway. Those side streets just aren't quite as safe. What are you doing? Okay, it's taking the off-road. This is actually good. This is actually good. Oh, no, it's not good. And lastly, be sure to stay inside your Uber car at all times. Oh my! And with these safety tips, Master Frank was ready. Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship? Giving the Covenant back their bomb. Come on, Frank. Come on, Frank. Come on, Frank. Oh, there's a taco truck. Oh, there's a lot of cars. A lot of Covenant on the road today. Oh, okay. As long as you just... Ooh. Oh, god damn it! But even with the Warthog, Frank could not survive rush hour traffic. But you know what vehicle Master Chief really kicked some ass in? A tank. So hopefully he can just barrel through here. And as soon as he's aimed straight, I'm boosting, otherwise I'm playing it pretty safe. Go the right direction, Frank. Otherwise, you're gonna get slammed swiftly in the rear. Just like that. So the good news about a tank is that it can handle a lot of traffic. The bad news is that Uber drivers are really bad at driving tanks. Frank constantly gets confused with the tank and then just starts driving the wrong direction, and he just undoes all of the progress he makes. There's the turn, there's the turn, there's the pier. Just go in the fucking pier, Frank. Frank. No, that's not the pier at all. He can't make up his mind, dude. Please turn in. It's, oh my god, just turn. Just turn. Why are you going the opposite direction, Frank? So maybe the problem here wasn't with the tank or the traffic. Maybe the problem was with our Uber driver. You see, this chauffeur mod lets me assign different driving styles to my Uber driver. Up until now, Frank had a careless driving style, but maybe we needed to change this. So instead, I tried giving Frank the prioritize shortcuts driving style. We have a Frank who is going to prioritize shortcuts. Feeling good about this. This is fine. Prioritize shortcuts, Frank. Okay, he's prioritizing a shortcut right now. So it turns out that Frank's shortcuts suck pretty bad, and he was even worse than Careless Frank was. This shortcut is one where you just kind of sit in the middle of the road. I never even realized that these kind of shortcuts exist. This shortcut is called run into a fence. So next I tried the straight to the target driving style. Maybe straight to target Frank is the kind of confidence we need on this Uber trip. Here we go, Frank. Get us there. And we're go. Frank, get us there. Turns out straight to target Frank will just drive straight at his target, even if there's a cliff in the way. Our last option was careful driving. Frank is now a careful driver. He's gonna be careful, just careful enough to work. Okay, he's looking both ways before he gets on the road. Not sure what this is. This is very careful. It's looking pretty careful to me. So Careful Frank actually does a much better job. He doesn't turn around randomly, and he actually stays in the correct lane. Unfortunately, Careful Frank is so careful that he drives extremely slowly and just gets pounded by traffic before he can make any actual progress. Oh no, oh no. You hit that. Oh no. So Careful Frank is clearly the perfect Uber driver. He just needed a vehicle with some more speed. He needed a vehicle that could still take a beating, but could outrun the traffic. Frank was now ready to drive the Warthog. Careful Frank is activated. Okay, the run begins. Okay, he's yes, thank you. Okay. Frank's actually doing a great job. He's taking the beach route. He's taking the beach route. In a brilliant maneuver, Careful Frank went off the freeway and started driving along the beach, which has no traffic and is much safer. Frank, I swear to God, please get us there. It's been 5.5 hours, Frank. Then, in an equally brilliant maneuver, Careful Frank turned around and undid all of his progress. This is the least careful driving. You just killed a woman. This is the least careful driving I've ever seen, Frank. Oh my god, it might actually happen. This might fucking actually happen. Okay, we are at the fucking end. Guys, Careful Frank is actually turning in. It's fine. We can handle a bird. Just turn around. Turn around, Frank. No, not that hard. Okay, I saved it. I saved it. Here we go. Here we go. We just got to get to the end of this thing. Frank, be careful. Oh, Frank! Oh my fucking god. No, 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 Frank. Frank, you can't just bail. After 5.5 hours of brutal Uber driving, Frank snapped. He got out of the car and stood on top of it, cowering in wild emotion. Frank, get back in the tank! Los Angeles traffic had broken Frank. But all hope was not lost. Frank had gotten us 99% of the way, but to complete this Uber trip, we had to make it into the ocean itself. Now, I can't steer the car, but I just needed a few lucky speed boosts. Yes? Yes. Yes? This is it. We did it. So, I am happy to announce that it is possible to survive rush hour traffic in Los Angeles. You just need a careful Uber driver and a military-grade tactical ground vehicle. And now that I am finally safe and home, I can play video games using the blazing speeds of ExpressVPN. If you aren't familiar with ExpressVPN, this is a service that encrypts and protects your data while you're on the internet. Without protection, your private data is like a car in rush hour traffic. Any malicious third parties can just jump into your data lane and get intimate with your private information. Now here's your data with ExpressVPN. This data car is so protected that malicious traffic can't mess with anything you're delivering. Now in my case, I've had an increasing number of sketchy instances online of people trying to like break into my email and internet accounts, especially on a particular gaming platform, which I won't name. It's Steam. But this is leading me to take internet security a lot more seriously because my livelihood, and probably some of yours, depends on the security of my internet accounts. Using ExpressVPN means that literally all of my internet activity is protected and encrypted, so I just don't have to worry anymore when I'm doing video gaming or going to, sketchy fan websites or mods or playing the greatest internet game of all time, Neopets. And then aside from the general security, ExpressVPN has really cool perks for gaming specifically. Using this VPN means you can play country-restricted games, or play games that were released early in a specific country, or access geo-restricted servers. Getting ExpressVPN set up is super fast. On PC, you just download it and you paste in your activation code. Done. Now when you start using it, you literally just pick a server location, you click this big button, and you're good. That's it. You click one button and your internet privacy goes from this to this. ExpressVPN is less than $7 a month, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description box, expressvpn.com/DougDoug. Take back your privacy today with ExpressVPN, and a big, big, big thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video.